Dear students, welcome to official YouTube channel of ASSMS IOIT. I, Mrs. Harshada Magar, will help you to understand some fundamentals of color television system in this video lecture. So, starting with the resolution. Now, this resolution of an image, it is nothing but the ability of human eye to see the fine details of object being viewed. So this resolution is measured in terms of number of lines of this resolution, and it refers to the ability to resolve the number of lines per picture height. So this resolution is the property of a system to display a fine details. Higher the resolution, most detail of that frame of picture we can see. So this resolution depend upon the number of active lines, the scanning lines which we are going to use, then the quality of the camera which is going to take the video or the pictures at the studio. So the quality of camera is also important, and the quality of monitor and the quality of transmitting media. So these are the important factor on which the resolution of TV picture depends. So basically it is a mostly two important resolution we have to study: vertical resolution and horizontal resolution. So what is this vertical resolution? So vertical resolution is nothing but, or it is defined as the number of vertical elements that can be captured on the camera and reproduced on the monitor screen. So when many identical vertical elements are put together in the scanning direction, we get a dense horizontal lines. Okay, so when we can see this vertical resolution. So if we place many vertical element put together in the direction of scanning, so we get this dense horizontal line. This is why we say that the vertical resolution tell us how many horizontal lines we can distinguish. Vertically means from top to bottom, how many horizontal line you can distinguish. Now see here, there are black and, or we can say gray and black lines are there. So how many black and gray lines you can distinguish, the horizontal line you can distinguish from top to bottom. As we are going from top to bottom means we are coming vertically downward, okay, but the lines are horizontal. So it is said that we say that vertical resolution tell us how many horizontal lines we can distinguish. So both these black and white lines are counted, and this counting is done vertically, top to bottom. Okay, and this is limited by the number of scanning lines used in the system. So CCIR system there are 625 lines, and EIA system there are 525 lines. Okay, so this is for vertical resolution. Now this vertical resolution of TV, the number of horizontal line that can be distinguished, as we have seen, okay, in a dimension equal to the picture height. Okay, because we are going from top to bottom, and it is limited by the number of active line. Okay, that is clear from this slide. So therefore this vertical resolution is given by Na into K. The formula will be Na into K. So we can write down this formula here. So I can write vertical resolution is equal to this Na into K. Now what is this Na? It is nothing but the number of active lines. Okay. Suppose we can say the number of active lines 585. So, and the K is nothing but the resolution factor, or known as a Kehl factor. So its value is 0.7. So vertical resolution we can say that for 585 lines, so 585 into 0.7. So we can say 585 lines into Kehl factor, we have taken it as a 0.7. So 585 into 0.7, it will give you approximately 410 lines. So vertical resolution for this 585 active lines will be 410 lines. So this is about the vertical resolution. Now what is horizontal resolution? So horizontal resolution, it is nothing but the ability of human eye to resolve the picture information in a horizontal plane. Okay, so horizontally you are going from one side to another side. You can say left to right. When going from left to right, we can distinguish between the vertical lines present into this pane. Okay, so the ability of human eye to resolve the picture information in a horizontal pane is by measuring vertical lines of resolution. So it is the rate at which the system is able to change the brightness level as it passes across the vertical lines during this horizontal scanning. Okay. So this number of vertical lines for horizontal resolution, it is given by the formula Na into aspect ratio into K, where K is the scale factor. Okay, so Na is nothing but the number of active lines. Okay, aspect ratio, which we consider as a 4 by 3. So proper aspect ratio when we consider it as a 4 by 3, and the scale factor we have taken as a 0.7. So what is this aspect ratio? Aspect ratio is nothing but width to height ratio of this rectangular shape. Okay, so it is taken as, for better viewing, it is taken as 4 by 3. So it is 585 into 4 by 3 into 0.7, which is coming as approximately 533. Okay, so means 533 total lines, and if we divide it into this black and gray, then it will coming as 267 alternate black and white lines that are required for the beam to travel along the total width. Okay, so this is nothing but the horizontal resolution. So these are very much basic important concept about this fundamental of this TV system, that is horizontal resolution and vertical resolution. The next important thing is scanning. Okay, so scanning is basically the process that is needed to read the image or video at the receiver end and write the image or video at the transmitter end. So at the transmitter end we have to write the image or video information, and at the receiver end we have to read the image or video. Okay, so the scanning will give you the important information about this. So scanning is the process of dividing the rectangular image into number of sequential horizontal lines, and that lines are known as a scanning line. So scanning is the process used to convert optical into electrical signals, simply we can say that. Okay, so first is the movement of electron being on the image is called as the scanning. Okay, so the scanning lines are read at the receiver end in the form of the analog signal, okay, at the receiver end, and the video or image information at its actual is scanned using the electronic gun at the receiver end and for the CRT display, and for other modern flat screen display it is in the form of pixel data. Okay, so the rectangular area to be scanned is called as raster. So first of all, where we are going to scan this line, the rectangular area, it is known as a raster. Okay, so hence this is also termed as a raster scanning. So basically there are different types of scanning types. We can say it is a horizontal scanning, vertical scanning, sequential or progressive scanning, and interlace scanning. So scanning is a technique similar to reading the written information on a page, starting from the top left and processing line by line downward towards the end of bottom right. Okay, so whenever if you are reading any page, we start from the top left point and we end it at the bottom right. Okay, so scanning is done like this, and again as we are turning the page, okay, by when we end one page we turn the page, same way the scanning is done by frame, first of all one frame, then second frame, like this. So each frame consists of 625 horizontal line, and each frame is scanned at the rate of 25 frames per second. Okay, now we will see the different types of scanning. So it is horizontal scanning, vertical scanning, sequential scanning, and interlace scanning. So what happened in horizontal scanning? The movement of electron beam from left to right on the screen is known as a trace period, and when the beam return back quickly from the right to left, it is called as a retrace or flyback. Okay, so when it going from left to right, it is a trace period, and when it coming back to the original position, it is a retrace or flyback. Okay, so trace and retrace period together in a horizontal direction known as a horizontal scanning. Okay, so what is this horizontal frequency? How we can calculate it? the number of lines in a frame into number of frames per second. So in 625 PAL system, we can say the 625 into 25 frames per second, it will give you 50 kilohertz. Okay, so this is nothing but the horizontal scanning. We can say this trace period and retrace period. Mostly the information is in trace period and retrace period is a blank one. Now vertical scanning, the movement of electron beam in a vertical direction, top to bottom. Okay, so the movement of electron beam from top to bottom is called as trace, and the movement of beam from bottom to top, it is called as a retrace. Okay, so once in a while when it comes back from top to bottom, okay, again it has to go for the next frame to the top. Okay, so when it is going from bottom to top, it is a retrace, and when it is coming from top to bottom, this electronic beam, when it is coming from top to bottom, it is called as a trace. So the frequency for this, it is given by the number of frames per second, that is 25 hertz. Okay, because it is frame by frame scanning, so the number of the time required, the number of frames per second, it is nothing but your vertical frequency. Now what is sequential or progressive scanning? The sequential or progressive scanning is the process in which both horizontal and vertical direction are scanned simultaneously to provide a complete picture. Okay, so whenever we want to see the complete information of that complete picture or a frame, then it is the horizontal as well as vertical direction scanning is done sequentially. So it is known as your sequential or progressive scanning. Okay, so horizontal lines are scanned one by one, so the complete picture will be scanned through this type. So this is your sequential or progressive scanning. Now what happened in the interlace scanning? To reduce the flicker, the vertical scanning is done 50 times per second in a TV system. Okay, but as we know, we have seen in the previous PPT also, there are only 25 frames that are scanned per second. So in interlace scanning, the 625 lines are grouped into two field. Okay, we will group that total 625 lines into two field known as a even field and odd field. Now this each field contain 312.5 lines. Okay, so equal number of, we can say, the even and odd field. So during the first scanning, the line number are 1, 3, 5 like this odd line they are scanned. Then during the next scan, the line 2, 4, 6, that is even line, they are scanned. So these alternate lines are scanned every time. So to cover each frame, scanning is done twice. Okay, so once the scanning is done for odd lines, the second time scanning is done for even line, means the same frame is scanned twice. Okay, so it is like doubling the increasing the scanning rate. Okay, so here the vertical rate of scanning is increased twice, so it will reduce the flicker. So what is this flicker? It is nothing but the sensation produced by incident light on the nerves of eye of retina. So it does not cease immediately. Okay, so as it does not cease immediately, it persists about 125 of the second. So it will store the information. So this storage characteristic is called as persistence of vision of eye. So it will not diminish immediately. So it will retain it. Okay, so this storage characteristic is called as persistence of vision of eyes. So this flicker means if the scanning rate of picture is low, then the time taken to move one frame to another frame will be high. So this will result into alternate bright and dark picture in the screen, and this is known as flicker. So to avoid this flicker, this scanning rate of picture should be increased. Okay, so 50 frames per second. So we have seen this in interlace scanning. It is something like that ki we are scanning it in the twice speed. Okay, so vertical rate of scanning is increased like a twice, so it will reduce the flicker. So these are some basic concept in the fundamental of color television. Thank you.